Enoch Burke here. I'm just standing outside Wilson's Hospital School in Mullingar, County Westmeath, where I'm employed as a German and history teacher. Today is the last day of school for many students here, and today is also payday, and it's the day that I get paid, but of course my salary continues to be taken by the Irish government. And today, in fact, the total amount of money that has been robbed from me has reached €50,000. So that's how much I'm out of pocket for in this school here, telling Principal Niamh McShane that I could not endorse transgenderism by using the they pronoun for a young student. That's how much I'm out of pocket, €50,000. Now, as you know, I appealed my purported dismissal from Wilson's Hospital School to a body called the Disciplinary Appeals Panel. That's an internal Department of Education appeal to see whether my dismissal was right. And one of the three people appointed to that panel is Mr. Kieran Christie, the General Secretary of the ASTI. That's the largest teachers' union in Ireland. Mr. Kieran Christie, he was one of the people appointed to that panel. Now, just for a bit of background context, back in September 2022, less than a week after I was first imprisoned on this issue, the Sunday Independent put out an article, that weekend actually, put out an article, and the subtitle of that article was ASTI advises schools to use the pronouns that students request to be addressed by. The ASTI had been approached for comment, and in the article the ASTI said, certainly we would advise schools, to use the pronoun that a child wishes to be used. That's what the ASTI said. Certainly we would advise schools to use the pronoun that a child wishes to be used. So obviously, therefore, this man, Mr. Kieran Christie, is simply not a suitable person to sit on my appeal. I think that's very clear. And I said as much. I asked Mr. Kieran Christie to step aside from the panel, and he refused to do that. Now, the Court of Appeal heard this matter in December last year. 3 judges heard the matter over one day. But the Court of Appeal has still not delivered its judgment. Still hasn't delivered its judgment. Now, yesterday, I received an email informing me that judgment on the case was being deferred, and that it was now not expected that judgment would be given until mid-July, or perhaps even later. And I was very surprised to get this, because it's not the first time, or the second time, or the third time that I've got an email like that. This is now the 4th time that I have received such an email. I was told on the 12th of February that the court hoped to be in a position to deliver judgment on the 28th of March. Then on the 26th of March, I was told that it was being relisted for the 2nd of May. Then on the 28th of April, I was told that it was being relisted for the 30th of May. And yesterday, on the second last day of the school term, I was told that it was being relisted again, this time for the 11th of July. That email said that the court has further indicated that it is not yet in a position to deliver judgment. So these 3 judges can't decide. Now, the ASTI said that a child, it says use the pronouns, this is what it said to schools, use the pronouns that a child wishes to be used. A child wishes to be used. But these 3 judges cannot decide if Mr. Kieran Christie, a promoter of transgenderism, they cannot decide if Mr. Kieran Christie, a promoter of transgenderism, should be on my appeal. They can't decide that. I just think that's astounding. I do. I'm left waiting and waiting and waiting. And these 3 judges can't decide. Now, each of these 3 judges, Judge Donald Benchy, Judge Mary Faherty and Judge Nuala Butler, each of them is on €250,000 over €250,000 each per year. That's a total of €750,000. And I'm left waiting. I'm told 1st February, then March, then May, and now mid-July. That's just very difficult to understand. It's very difficult to understand. And I am forced to question, is the court waiting for this to happen or for that to happen? Is there something else going on here? Are there other issues at play? Or is it justice? Justice should be justice. We have courts. The courts in this country are established on the basis of blind justice. That justice is administered without favour to either side. And I would just say simply, it's a very bleak picture in this country when I am left waiting, to see, up now on 2 years, to see whether Mr. Kieran Christie, a promoter of transgenderism to young children in schools, will be on my appeal. It's just very difficult to understand. It just doesn't make sense. We're all familiar with the picture, the great image of Lady Justice, blindfolded, the balanced scales in her hand. And I say the people of this country deserve justice when they go into the courts. They deserve justice. Transgenderism is antagonistic to Christian belief. God says God made them male and female. The two are irreconcilable. Transgender, it's antagonistic. It cannot be reconciled. And every person in this country has a right to his religious belief. 3 long years now this has been going on. Massive amounts of money being spent, massive amounts of money paid out, and it should never have darkened the door of the courts. It should never have lasted an hour in the courts. Why? Because those judges have sworn an oath before Almighty God to uphold the law and the Constitution. But that was denied me. But I am continuing to stand up for my rights and for the rights of every citizen in this country.